We're moments away from the start of a very important game, a derby. You have to love the derbies. The last time these two sides played, it was in horrendous conditions. Today, they are absolutely beautiful. Let's get the umpire waiting to go. 6-6-6 just about set.
And the ground is in fantastic nick, Croney. It's just an absolute masterpiece, this place.
Umpire holds the ball aloft. This is SEN Spirit and Darren McDonald.
And up they go for cashforcans.com.au. It's one down by Bunbury's Wood. Picked up by Cormac, the racehorse goanna. He goes out on the outside of the right boot to the top of 50. Coming out his lane. Ball hits and pitches evades him. He's got for company, he's got Zanich. He fights on very well. Wins the handball out to Jamin King. Gives it off to Brother Denham. Stad pass finds Tom Oliver. Tom Oliver on the chest. He's at right half back for the Bulldogs. He puts in a chip pass, finds Hayden Busher. I'd call it high half-back now, Croney. They're nowhere near the wing yet. So Hayden Busher looking inboard, puts a stab pass out in front, finds a teammate in Creasy. He goes with it. A slider out to Jamin King, gathers it well, goes backwards, finds a teammate there in Jackson Oliver, and he finds the ruckman Wood. Still in the defensive half of their ground, but they're using it well. Kicks it, looking at half forward. Oliver grabs it well, going backwards. But a big tackle from the 150 gamer in Versace for Bunbury Mower Service. Picked up by Gilchrist, puts it out in the pocket. Oh, the ball's bounced really well. Picked up by Wood, handball off to Heisman. He gets the first goal of the day.
Wow, that was a bit of Gen X engineering teamwork. Pretty well straight away. That was well played by Wood, just sold enough and let Dylan Heisman run into an open goal. I was just watching the tackle by Rocco Versace. Yeah. Probably a little bit unlucky you didn't get rewarded. But the first one on the board by the Bulldogs.
The sidestep by Jet Woods in his 50th game for Sawyer, and then to give the handball to Heisman running into an open goal square was
That's what
just
you
electric.
like about Troy Hollands, the coach of Bunbury, would love that, wouldn't he?
Oh.
Wood could have kicked that goal by himself, but he didn't. He brought his teammate into play.
Yeah, it was just electrifying. I've got chills. They're multiplying.
Uh-oh. We're singing and we're 7 minutes on the...
Up they go. One down by Wood. Crane sets off after it. Coming in was Brook. He's dispossessed. Tom Oliver being prevalent early, and Denham King, Wood just smacks it forward from his handball. It's at centre half forward for the Bulldogs. Maguire gets the handball out to right. He takes off, sees Crane on the far side of the ground, and he takes the mark at right half back.
Gee, not much up front for the Tigers.
No, Crane looking back inboard. There's no one there, so he plays on, kicks it up towards the wing. Ball slips over the back. The only one there is Taylor. Gathers it, has enough time to look. Gets a handball to Field. He's tackled by Lane. It's a big up and under. Top of 50, sitting underneath it. Blaine Johnson takes the mark. Really, really good pressure there, Craney.
I was going to say that, Mac. That's going to be the key, isn't it? The pressure in this game. Already we've seen the tackling pressure. Who can maintain that for long periods of the game?
So he'll kick from about 53 metres, almost dead in front. South Bunbury dearly love this quick reply. Oh, umpire. Is it a reversal? No, it's 50. What's going on? There's total confusion.
There's a lot of umpires change.
Oh, it's a reversal. Not sure what that was about. Might have been a bit of lip, but they've played on. Into the middle they go.
That's a big call.
Goosh takes the mark just behind centre circle, goes to centre forward. Parsons with his go-go gadget arms, plucks it out of the air. Top of 50, taking his mark on his chest is Gilchrist. We know how skillful he is. He looks in for Parsons again, who's run back in and just taken a little mark there about 40 metres out from goal.
Gee, I tell you what, that was a massive call. Whatever happened up, Blaine Johnson's ready to have a shot for goal. And I didn't see what happened, Mac, but the ball turnover, all of a sudden we've got Parsons having a shot for goal for Bunbury.
45-degree angle, and he's going to shoot from 40 metres out, right side, for a left footer.
And busy early too, is young Parsons.
Oh, is he what? So, just getting himself lined up, got the beautiful bright boots to complement his team colours, the yellow, not fluorescent, just yellow. In he comes. Goes off the right boot and he's totally sprayed it. It's out on the full and a big let off for the Tigers. Some might say footy gods, Craney.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but we talk about tackling pressure. You need to be disciplined too in games like this.
Tom Gorder with the football. Comes out members side. Big long drop punt. Chitty underneath the two to beat. Field over the top. Didn't hang on for it for quite long enough. Ball ends up with Oliver. Then it goes to Clark. Clark goes back inside of the pocket and Gorder plucks it. A good contested mark. He's got Crane in the corridor. Gives the handball off to Wright. Wright goes out the far side. Jai Cormack can't take the footy. Scott lays a high tackle on McKenna. Then he gets attacked again by Jai Cormack, who's a little bit over enthusiastic, and Denham King's letting him know all about it, Craney. There's a little bit of a how do you do going on.
It's nothing like a derby, is there, Mac?
Jai Cormack making his force felt, and it's a 50 down the ground. Oh, 2 big free kicks and infringements against the Tigers early, Alan.
That is, and you must maintain it's all right to show a bit of strength. I'm not sure what the 50 was.
It was late. It was late from Jai Cormack. The whistle had already gone, and
only an hour or so.
Kick. And Jai Cormack just cannoned into him. A cheap pass there from Taylor into the pocket, and he finds Kai Wright.
He did that well, right? While everyone was getting the kerfuffled, he just worked his way down into that pocket.
Very, very smart, isn't it? Just while all the hullabaloo's going on.
Hullabaloo was happening.
Right? He just stuck out of the commotion and took a mark. His angle is worse than 45, right side for a right footer, and he'll kick it from about 45.
If he kicks this, he'll do the locomotion.
Off his right boot. Heads for home, one behind. So they're 1-1-6 on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard, with South Bunbury yet to score. 18 or nearly 19 minutes left on the Hungry Hollow clock.
And there's a bit going on around the place too.
What's happening, Craney?
There's a bit of getting to know each other around on the...
I thought you were talking about off the ground. Here comes Gorder out the members' side again. Oh, big mark by Field. That's a real contender for the CPR Outdoor Mark of the Day. Here he comes, Trey Field. Drops it inside 50. Standing there and taking the footy is Gorder. Didn't mark it. Gathered it off the deck. Tyson Lane, sticky mitts. Left half back, a long way from home. Gives a handball to Gorder, who's run on. Back to Lane. He's about to run into trouble. Takes him on, bounce. That's really good footy by Lane. Handballs to himself. Looks at Clark, lines him up. Just missed him. And it's at left half forward for the Tigers. Not bad solo effort by Silo Lane? Tyson Lane.
We didn't talk about Tyson Lane, but he's a player that can, if he's up and about, he needs to be up and about for the Tigers.
He does. They need him big time, Craney.
I reckon we've got a run with here with Clark too.
Brooke running with him. One down by Wood. Field taken out of it. Now it's picked up by Jace Cormack. Steadies himself, goes looking for Lane in the pocket, but a big fist there over the back from Zanic.
That's not bad, because young Cook's going to learn a fair bit off Clark, isn't it?
Yeah, he is. He's going to learn plenty from that fella, because he is a ball magnet. So 45 metres around left forward pocket for the Tigers. They still haven't hit the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard as the ball comes back into play. Horsman went at it with Wood. Wood won it again. He's dominating the ruck. Picked up by Ziska. Kicked it into his own man. And tied it up 48 metres out from Tigers' goal. So they're locking it in, just not getting any free shots on goal. Up they go again. Wood and Horsman. This time Horsman gets his mitts on it. Crane outside of the right boot out of the pack. Scott! Great gather by him. Running into an open goal. Jace Cormack! Normally something that he would kick with his eyes closed.
Yeah, Jace Cormack running. That was well worked by Big Johnson, Blaine Johnson. Got the hands of Cormack. You don't see that happen too many times over a 300-game career from the veteran star. But, yeah, he just hit his boot a bit wrong, Mac. A bit of a let-off for the Bulldogs.
Taylor McKinnon looks like he's still gathering himself from that little episode up on the wing. And, of course, the clock ticks on, Craney, while that ball's getting retrieved from the mall down in Bunbury. So McKenna-Taylor brings the ball back into play. Stab pass is Lane got a finger on it, so King not paid the mark. That's Denham. Goes straight up the corridor and coming in and taking a good intercept mark was Wright, and that is Jay Wright. He goes long back into the teeth of goal. Lane, the two grabber, takes the mark. Umpire says play on.
Gee.
Far out.
I was just about to give him a nomination for a CPA Outdoors Centre Mark of the Day.
Looked like it was all Tyson Lane to me if we could see that replay. Up they go. Ball's one down. Johnson can't take it. Siska wrapped up by 3 hungry Bulldogs, and they're going to ball it up at the top of 50. Craney already. This game's got plenty about it.
We're looking for a Western All Pair Services
Siska's got a free.
Defender.
Siska got a free for being harshly dealt with by that pack of Bulldogs.
He was mauled, mate.
He was. So you'd think too far out to score, but he does have a breeze at his back. Short pass, standing all on his own is Cormac. Clever footy by Siska. Little Siska, don't you?
A little peak performance here by Siska for Solar
Little
Arts Southwest.
Siska, don't you kick it once or twice. Say it's very nice and then you stop.
Mac, we still want listeners.
Little Siska gotta play till the final siren's gone. In comes Cormac, 45 degrees. And he will kick it from 45. Right side for a right footer. Sends it on its way. That's a better effort from Cormac. And South Bunbury get there first, and it's all tied up on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard. 14 and a half minutes left on the Hungry Hollow clock.
Yeah, great start to this game, isn't it? It's what you'd expect for a derby, and not only a derby. There's a lot on the line as we're our Go West Tours coaches are running the changes on the Buckingham the Butchers interchange bench. Gee, I got a lot done there, didn't I?
Bucking good interchange, Craney.
Yeah, it was good. And all the people at Hollow Beach Bar enjoying things. No, it's been a great start, wasn't it? Nice finish by Cormac.
Yeah, really good. And South Bunbury getting their fair share of the footy. They locked that in. Siska took on 3 Bulldogs. He came off second best physically, but and then just saw Cormac out on his own. That was loose checking by the Bulldogs, and took an easy uncontested mark and slotted through a beautiful drop punt. Up they go for Cash for Cans, recycling.com.au. It's one down by Bunbury. Right, he's got Maguire for company. Gets a handball away. Umpire says pushing the back, so Wright gets a free kick. He plays on. Comes into the corridor. Tom Oliver, been really active. Runs. Oh, really good smother by Siska. He's up and about. He heard the song, Craney. Here's Cormac then. He's taken down by Heisman. 2 old soldiers going at it. Heisman's pumped. The umpire's going to ball it up at the top of the Bulldogs' 50.
Gee, it was well worked, wasn't there, by Siska? Bunbury were on a big roll.
Up they go. One down by Wood. Siska held without the football. Umpire's seen it, and he's won a free kick. So
I tell you what, the umpires have set a standard here. You're going to have to earn your kicks.
Siska goes out. He's got Cormac. These two combining beautifully. Cormac just behind centre wing, far side. He's got his Robin in Crane in the corridor. Gives it to him. Crane plays on immediately. Goes inside 50. Oh, Johnson back with the flight. Got 2 hands on it. Jamin King best to recover. Gets a handball out. That was Zanich. Siska, he's everywhere. He's burning up Giovanetti firewood, Craney. Goes into the corridor to Crane, showing no ill effects of that calf that he suffered a few weeks ago. Cormac, playing like he's 18 years of age, takes the mark. Nothing inside. Nothing inside.
Looking for a skill-high rising star.
Goes outside to Jack Wright.
I reckon Jace Cormac might be just past that level.
Rising star.
Yeah. His star has well and truly rise. Has been sitting up there for a long time.
He goes back to brother Jay Wright. He's on the wing. Just on the edge of the centre square. Come into the corridor. Pedley.
Are they back to where they started from?
Yeah, possibly. Pedley looking for someone to handball to. He might just have to have a crack. And that's what he does. Kicks it right up to the hot spot. Oh, slipped over. Lane takes the mark. Wood slipped over at a crucial moment. And Lane just happened to, the ball fell into his arms.
Gee, I tell you what, big fella, he's a very good ruckman. I hope he didn't hurt himself there. Actually, his feet went from underneath him. And Lane right plot at the right time, you'd call that, wouldn't you, Mac?
Craney, he was coming in and he wasn't anywhere near the contest. And Wood, as he went to jump, his feet went from underneath him. He's dead on front. Dead in front, he's going to kick it from 25 metres. In he comes. Tyson Lane. Sends it on its way. I think he's got it. He has. He gets his first, and South Bunbury hit the lead.
Gee, what it is doing is setting up for a good game of footy, isn't it? The pressure out there is absolutely immense, Mac.
It is.
I reckon it's final start next week, but it's already right here in front of us in bright sunshine at Hands Oval. Yep. Both these sides going at it.
Yeah, South Bunbury 2-1-13 lead the Bunbury Bulldogs 117 on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard. And Craney, 10.5 minutes to go on the Hungry Hollow clock. This has been some sort of first quarter, extremely entertaining.
Quickly around the ground, thanks to Geograph Civil hiring now. Busselton 4-7-31 lead the Collie Eagles yet to score, and Eaton 9-7-61 lead Harvey Bulls 1-3-9.
And the ball has gone up for cashforcans.com.au. Maguire grabs it after all the scrimmage in the centre square, and then he's tackled by Field, who wins a free kick for getting Maguire holding the ball.
Benny Maguire second-guessed himself a little bit there.
He had no one to give it to. Gave it out there to Denham King. He's out there on that far wing. He goes further out to the left flank. And Kai Wright's had the footy. He's had a little bit of footy. His little chip pass to the lead. Gets it to Busher.
I think there is a little breeze heading to the city end, which the Tigers are kicking to.
Yeah. And Busher, beautiful pass, finds Heisman, who's already kicked one. And he's 50. If he has a shot for goals, 55 out, kicking into the breeze. Umpire, what's he called?
Oh, there's a changeover.
Another reversal. Might have been being held in the square, the fullback, who knows?
Or does that just make it 50-50?
Yeah, I think that's the square up, Alan.
I don't think I've seen that.
Wright comes in, or Johnson a long way from home. Umpire says not 15. Play on, he's going to ball it up 48 out from Bunbury goal, and a few of the players are getting frustrated with this, Alan.
Might have been 14.9, you reckon, Mac?
Yeah. Yep, up they go. One down by Parsons, taken by Pedley off the deck. Big kick straight down the corridor. Standing underneath it, Wood takes the mark. No contest from Lane at that point in time. Wood goes wide. He's got a teammate on his own in Denham King, who's finding space. King spots up right.
So is this young man, young Wright.
Deja vu, right on the point of the centre square. Goes in looking for a teammate on the lead. No mark taken by Woods. Ball's picked up by, that was Creasy, came back to Busher. Busher finds, who did he find on the lead? I need him to turn around.
Kalani
Hill. Haven't seen him before, Craney.
Youngster. Played a couple of league games throughout the season.
All right, well,
I might have played one last week. Kicked a couple of goals too, so knows where the goals are.
He's right on the boundary line.
Gee, great crowd in too,
and he'll be kicking it from about 35 metres, and it'll favour the right foot. So in he strolls. Heel. Goes off that right boot, hangs it out. I think he has gone across the face, off hands, out of bounds. There's going to be a ball in, no score.
Next to MGIB like a good neighbour, MGIB is there.
Craney, that's a couple of times they've been well within scoring distance and they have missed everything. Ball comes back into play for cashforcans.com.au. Big fist from J Wright, and it trickles over the boundary line. South Bunbury 2-1, Bunbury 1-1 on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard. The Tigers are leading it by 6 points.
We're also looking for a goal of the year too, the WA Carpet Supermarket. Keep an eye on one of them, Mac.
We will try. We need
maybe here.
Gen X Engineering too to create those goals. Gen X Engineering teamwork. Ball's now back into play. Cormac couldn't pick it up. Both Cormacs are there. Jace emerges with it, shrugs a tackle, gives a handball to Johnson. It was too slick for him. Now South Bunbury emerge with the footy. There's Jai Cormac. Stop, prop. Gives a handball back to a teammate in trouble in right. Goes back to Jai Cormac. Big up and under. Tries to bring it. Members side, they fly. Pedley goes to Chitty. Chitty's got Crane. Had to stop and go back. The ball's behind him. He then gets it back. Nothing clean for South at this point. Right. Comes back there, finds Brooke. There's Crane. The pressure's everywhere and a massive smother by Parsons. That was a bucking good smudger and could have been a bucking big moment for Buckingham the Butchers.
I tell you what, there was a fair bit going on in that little passenger play, wasn't there?
Absolutely.
For Bunbury Mower Service. Where's Charlie when you need him?
There's no team is giving either team an inch. Coming through Googe. It beats three of them, then tackled. Umpire said holding the ball, I think.
Tell you what, Blaine Johnson's doing a lot of work up through the midfield.
He might be getting a turn in the ruck. One down, Siska went to the middle of the ground, ends with Johnson. He gives it to Maguire, who goes looking for Horsman. Big pack form, ball comes to deck. Oliver, really good work. Gave it off to Crowley. Crowley gives it to a 1-on-1. Gorder read it and big fist. Working hard. There's a 150 game of Versace. Goes back to Gorder around the corner kick for him. And he finds Siska, who's been brilliant today. Gives it to Gorder, who's run on. He's a man of action. Goes inside 50. Lane in a 1-on-1. Can't take the mark. The Bulldogs converge. Jamin King gets a handball up. Bulldogs try to clear it. Parsons has got a little bit of room on Pedley. Goes the pump fake, then drops the ball. Pedley applies the pressure over the line.
Gee, Big Bull Pedley did very well then.
Absolutely,
Parsons
he did.
tried to go around him. He was having none of that.
Crowley's kick wasn't the best. And the ball, 60 metres around from South Bunbury's goal, is going to come back into play, members' side.
What a quarter of footy
It's a great game of footy, Alan. Pedley and Parsons to go at it. Up they go. One down by Parsons, straight down to Busher, who's wrapped up by Jack Wright. Finally, after all these years, Craney, I've worked out the difference between Jack and Jay, and it's a 0 and a 1. One down by Parsons. Cormac streaking through. He's dumped. The umpire's going to ball it up. Left half forward for the Tigers. Up they go again. No ruckman can get a hand on it. Taken by Jack Wright. Snaps it. It just crosses into 50 and trickles over the line, so there will be no lasso.
Nice little kick to touch, though, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Moved them up about 30 or 40, the Tigers, as Will Pedley comes to the Buckingham, the Butchers interchange bench.
Oh, geez, he's moving pretty swiftly too, the ruckman. So just inside 50, the ball's to come back into play. Left forward pocket for the Tigers. Horsman and Parsons, neither ruckman can get to the ball. Taken by Field, good through traffic. Got the handball out to a teammate in Bellini who couldn't get a handle on it. Jack Wright hits it with courage. Busher picks it up. He's absolutely dispossessed. Crane puts it inside 50, gets over the back. Here's that man, Cormac. Tries to centre it. Bellini gets in the road. Johnson can't pick it up. Now he makes a contest, still in dispute. What's the umpire said? Pushing the back. Blaine Johnson's getting a free kick.
I was looking for the WA Carbon Supermarket goal of the day, and when Cormac picked it up, he was one of those players. He centred it, and Johnson will get the kick. He
went for the outside of the boot on the right. He should have gone from the outside of the boot on the left. Craney, it would have brought the house down.
Brought it inside out, Mac.
So, from 20 metres, Johnson dead in front. Umpire does not move. South Bunbury take a 2-goal lead on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard.
Yeah, I tell you what, it is just absolutely dynamic, isn't there? There's pressure everywhere. If you think you're going to get an easy kick out there, you're at the wrong game because it is on. The
pressure is manic from both sides. The Bunbury mower service mowing blades are just going at a frenetic pace, Craney, aren't they?
Oh, it's absolutely superb. It's good to watch. A good crowd invested here at Hands Oval.
Yeah.
Both sides having a real dip at this. I just wonder what that breeze is worth heading towards the city end. The Tigers 3-1-19, Bunbury 1-1-7.
It's a wonderful exhibition of country football, that's for sure. Up they go in the middle of the ground. Ball's one down by Parsons. Taken by Lane, who's come through the corridor. Gets it to Horseman. Forward handball. His kick smothered at the last minute. Brooke did very well. Got it back to teammate and Wright. He goes out of the pocket. Crane. Ball hit and then took off like a rocket over the line.
Tell you what, young Brooks doing a good job on Aiden Clark.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was very quick hands by the young man.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. Yeah, Aiden Clark hasn't been prominent so far, but you cannot relax on him. Ball comes back into play. One down by Parsons. Gets it to field. Doesn't take it cleanly. Footy ends with the Bulldogs. They bring it out of defence. There's a scrimmage. Parsons falls over and coming through Gordon. Now he lays a shepherd. Head over the football was Versace. Picked up by Maguire. Gets through two. Then on his left foot, mongrels it inside 50. Ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I wonder whether they've been practicing that at training.
Tell you what,
just getting it inside.
It's
50.
not pretty, Craney, but they're forcing
fierce.
it.
Absolutely fierce.
It's not pretty, but it's intense. Back at 49 metres out for the Tigers. Ball's to come back into play. We've got Chitty in the ruck with Parsons now. Chitty raises his arm on him, around him, taken by Crane. He's tackled there by Creasy. Gets a handball out to Scott. Snap on goal. Great Scott. That's a real contender, Craney, for the goal of the day. Thanks to It's WA Carpet Supermarket.
Yeah, nice hands by the veteran there too. Crane wasn't in all sorts of trouble. Managed to get it out to Scott. And Scott, that was brilliant. He was just turned straight onto his left and seen a spot. That was great by the youngster.
Yeah, very, very good. And we've got 30 seconds left if the ball gets back to the middle in time in this first quarter.
That's on the Hollow Beach Bar clock, is it, Matt?
Yes.
Going to be excited sitting up at the Hollow Beach Bar.
And South Bunbury 4-1-25, lead Bunbury 1-1-7 on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard.
Yeah, it's been... We expected a hectic game of footy, but I think this has lived above expectations at the moment.
And not the scoreline I was expecting coming into it either, I can tell you. Horsman in the middle. Siren goes.
That is all she wrote here.
Horsman won the hit out.
It is quarter time, and that was very entertaining first quarter of footy here in the Derby. South Bunbury 4-1-25. They lead Bunbury 1-1-7. We'll be back after the break for second quarter action. But we're just about set to go as both coaches have given their final words to their players. And it is just a good game of footy. Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour. MGIB is there. And SKG Engineering. Get your SKG Engineering. Get your scans at SKG. That's not the engineering mob, Mac.
No,
all right,
it's not.
just about ready for second quarter action. South Bunbury 4 goals, 125. Lead Bunbury 1-1-7. As the umpire holds his ball aloft. And this is SEN Spirit and Darren McDonald.
Up they go, Pedley and Wood. One down by Wood, taken by Field. He gives a don't argue, then handballs to Tom Oliver, goes back to Creasy, falls over. Maguire misses the tackle. Creasy cool in a crisis. Got it to Wood. Wood unloads to the hot spot. Coming out, Woods. And he's held while he's going for the football, and well done by Jet Woods, and he'll go back and have a shot on goal.
That was like Dean Lomax on the disco floor, Creasy in the middle, wasn't it?
It was.
Twisting and turning until he got it right.
Absolutely magnificent.
Woods did that very well, Jet Wood. He just held the front on Benny Horsman and just wouldn't let him get around to get in front of the footy. Well played, young man. His 50th game of league footy.
45 degrees, going to kick it from 45 metres, right side for a right footer. In he comes, unloads from 45, lays back on it, but it's a good-looking kick. And Bunbury start the quarter just the way they would like, 2-1-13, trailing South Bunbury 4-1-25 on the Harvey Norman Bunbury Electrical scoreboard. And there's 24 minutes to go on the Hungry Hollow clock.
Yeah, that didn't take long for the Bulldogs to put a score on the board there, as I said. Very well played by the young man, and that's what comes with maturity, doesn't it, with young Woods. He's still only a relatively young man for a forward, but he's really developed into a key forward, him along with Parsons for the Bulldogs.
Absolutely. Just the way he didn't give up on the lead, even though he was being held, and just truly forced his way through, and he's maturing, 50 games, and he looks every bit of it. Up they go for cashforcans.com.au. Field gets after it, held by Chitty. Chitty ends up with the football. Creasy brings him down. Field trying to grab the footy, but they're going to ball it up just forward of the centre circle for the Tigers. Up they go. One down by Pedley on this occasion. Cormac comes through. Handball back to Maguire. Left foot to the top of 50. Big mark. Big pressure mark on the chest by Brooke, I think.
Yeah, well, he's followed Clark down as young Brooke.
Yeah. So that's a really good contender for the CP Outdoor Centre mark of the day, just for the pure pressure. Undersized in the pack. In he comes from 55. Kicks it to the teeth. The goal out on the lead. Sliding into the mark. Fantastic work. It's taken there by Wright, is it?
Oh, I thought he was heading to Lane.
It is.
I thought he was heading to Lane. He overcooked it. He wasn't. He was heading to Jay Wright.
Oh, it's 50 to get marched to the square.
And it's going to the square. And Jay Wright, well, he'll put this one through for the Tigers without any doubt now.
Jeez, we've seen a bit of this today from both sides. So Jay Wright, the quick reply for Souths. In he comes, wastes no time, pops it straight through. And South come back to 5-1-25, leading the Bulldogs 2-1-13 on the Harvey Norman Bunbury Electrical scoreboard. 22 minutes to go in this second quarter.
Gee, I'm liking our Go West Tours coaches too. They are working these benches with a precision. They're just changing and subtle things going around it. Young Brook, he's gone with Clark down on to that forward line. That was a great mark, and the kick was absolutely superb. I thought he'd overcooked it, but he knew exactly where he was going and Jay Wright on a lead. That was absolutely brilliant by the young man.
Absolutely, and it was a perfect kick from Brooke.
Absolutely.
Yeah, kicked it to his advantage and made the forward come at it. Oh, he's been impressive,
Nice
Craney.
bit of Gen X engineering teamwork, you'd say, Mac?
Oh, but Craney, hasn't it been impressive playing on, a bloke that could still be getting 25 a week in the waffle? In Clark, doing a very good job. Up they go, one down by Pedley again. Crane comes in, Pedley goes to the deck. Ball's going to go up right in the middle of the ground again.
Gee, the two veterans are on too, aren't they?
Yeah, well and truly. They've had a big say early in this game. Up they go for cashforcans.com.au. Oh, wow. Big spike from Wood to centre half forward for the Bulldogs. Ball's taken there by Googe. He spins around, gives it to Field. Field a mongrel kick inside. Rocco Versace in 150. Does it the only way Rocco knows how.
Used his head, Mac.
Galloway brings it out of defence. He puts it out in front of a teammate in Wright, who eventually gathers the football. Down the line he goes. That was well worked by the Tigers. They are playing some of the best footy I've seen them play in a while, Alan.
Rocco Versace did well, but he headed it.
He went to hands and knees like a dog and falconed it with his forehead. Oh, Rocco.
Nice bit of soccer background.
He did. Up they go. Wood smacks it down again. Cormac read it. Got a handball back to Siska. Siska comes up the wing. Brooke, full of confidence. Clark didn't even get the handball away. Brooks tied him up on that occasion. He is doing exceptionally well. This bloke's rising star for skillhire.com.au, Alan.
Good call there, Mac.
Up they go. One down by Wood. Field attacks it. Creasy just classily taps it away, but only as far as Pedley. Umpire says incorrect disposal. And the ball is coming back to Pridmore. Pridmore chipped us enough forward. Found Googe. Normally a good user. Just goes to the teeth of goal.
And why
they said it at Parsons is there. Can't get the mark. Getting out after it's Gilchrist. Bodie Nordell with him. Scott's there too at the contest. They've rushed the ball forward to the Tigers, but now it ends up with Gilchrist. Chips it to Parsons. Can't take it. Tom Oliver comes in, gathers it eventually. Right foot snap on goal, and just getting a fist in is Benny Horsman, the spare parts man.
Benny Horsman, that was a bit of experience there. He pushed himself right back on that line, and the ball was just going in, and he made no mistake about giving that a bit of a thump. And Tyson Wood starting to do a good job in the ruck for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he's getting those big volleyball spikes in, isn't he? Here comes Gorder, brings it out members' side. Big drop punt. Siska sets himself. Creasy goes up in front. Clark gathers off the deck. Handballs to grass. Siska gathers, has his head ripped off. And Siska still burning up his fair share of Giovanetti firewood, Craney.
A peak performance.
This is one of the best games I've seen him play. He tends to drift in and out, but not today. Normally he might have a roll. But today he has to be a ball winner, such as the stocks that South Bunbury have. And we're seeing what he can do. As Wright took it over the line, that was Jack, and they're going to ball it in just forward to centre for the Bulldogs. Grandstand side. 17 points in the Tigers' favour. Coming through field, drops it, picks it up again, gets handball out to Hayden Busher. Busher puts it up to the hot spot. Parsons strides out. Versace closes, ball hits the deck. Umpire's found a holding free, and it's going to the Bulldogs in Parsons.
Yeah, I reckon he got grabbed on the way down, did Parsons.
I did see a bit of a parachute come out, Craney.
Yep. Just
all happened so quickly.
Just go around the ground, sinks at Gen X Engineering, hiring now. Bustleton 5-10-40, lead the Collie Eagles 2-4-16. And Eaton 9-7-61, lead Harvey Bulls 1-3-9.
So as it stands, Craney, South currently have third spot and Bunbury are looking to be second. Parsons gets to 35, dead in front. Beautiful looking drop punt, no mistake there. And Bunbury have got 2 for the quarter, 3-2-20, trailing the Tigers 5-1-31 on the Harvey Norman Bunbury Electrical scoreboard. 17 minutes to go on the Hungry Hollow clock.
I reckon the Bulldogs might have something to say about that yet, Mac, because that was good by Parsons. Under a bit of pressure. And as I said, big fella in the midfield starting to... He's stopped messing around with it, Mac. He's just gone whack and as good as a kick sometimes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we're looking for A Bunbury Mower service tackle to Mac and a peak performance for Solar Heart South.
And they're getting their twin towers going, Craney. They got 1 goal each this quarter. Up forward, the big Bulldogs. Up they go. 1 down by Wood. Storming through is Chitty. Right, and then Chitty goes bang, bang into right. Ball's picked up by the Tigers. They kick it into the teeth of goal, going back with the flight. No mark taken. Ball spills loose. McKenna Taylor goes to ground. It's picked up by the Tigers again. Here is Maguire. A little up and under. Comes out. Crane's got a bit of space. Will he duck inside 50? Left foot pass to the pocket. Johnson on the lead. Good little bit of play, pressure play by the Tigers. They keep the ball moving, Craney.
Yeah, I reckon if that other one earlier in the day was 14.9, that must have been 15.1.
Well, that's a full-length kick for Sean. So, really tight angle, right side for a right footer, and it's going to get kicked from about 40 metres by Blaine Johnson. In he comes. Goes off that right foot, sort of pokes at it a bit, but it's done the job, Brady, and they've got the quick reply again. They get it back out to a 17-point lead.
I'm going to give that a bit of a tick for a WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day too, Mac. That was an easy kick from Johnson, was it? He was right in that pocket, a nice little pick up by Crane on the side, weighed up the fit situation pretty well. Yeah. And if you're a forward, you need to get on the end of that leg, don't you?
Absolutely. He's got a lovely...
I like what our Go West Tours Julian Burgess has done with Johnson. I was a bit critical that he was starting too deep, but he's been working very hard up around that midfield at centre half forward.
It's got him into the game.
And he's really made an impact.
15 minutes to go on the Hungry Hollow clock. 17 points of difference in favour of the Tigers on the Harvey Norman Bunbury electrical scoreboard. Plus still plenty of footy to play in this one. Up they go. 1 down by Parsons. Field just took the footy and ran into a brick wall. Cormac laid a ripper for Bunbury Mower service.
Don't you love that? 300 games of footy and you're still prepared to put your body on the line.
He goes both ways. 1 down by Parsons, taken by Googe. No room given to him to breathe by Jack Wright. Up they go again, still in the centre of the ground. 1 down by Parsons. Jack Wright juggles, held without the footy, wins a free kick. Umpire trying to pluck one to break this up. Gorder runs by, goes onto his left foot. It's a beautiful kick. Jay Wright can't take the mark. Ball spills out. Here's Bodie Nordell. Can't pick it up cleanly. He shrugs a tackle. Good work by the Viking. Gets it to Scott. Takes off, bounces. Now he gives it back to Bodie Nordell. Crane had his head ripped off. He plays on, takes advantage, sets sail for goal. Oh, Crane does the heavy lifting. South Bunbury is 7-1, 43. Bunbury 3-2-20 on the Harvey Norman Bunbury electrical scoreboard. It's all happening here at Hands.
My word, that was a nice bit of Gen X engineering teamwork from the Tigers, wasn't it? The pressure on the game. Tommy Gorder off that half back line, he is absolutely superb. He just follows the ball up, got it out of the middle, good kick out the centre. Crane got the high tackle, thought none of that, just played on and kicked a goal.
Fair bit of experience in that, Crane, isn't there? Saw the opportunity, took the advantage when everyone expected him to go back behind the mark and finished off magnificently. Pedley and Parsons. Pedley won this one down. Parsons picks it up, gets a handball back to Creasy. The Bulldogs need to respond. Teasman does, takes a good contested mark at half forward. Wheels around quickly on the left. It's a mongrel inside. Coming out is Gilchrist. Well picked up. Gets it to a teammate who fires on goal, and it's one behind. Who was that, Alan?
I'm not quite sure who that was.
Oh, it was Googe.
He had a fair dinkum crack at that.
It was Googe. Only a behind date. They've got this breeze. The Bulldogs, they're not capitalising.
12 minutes left on the Hollow Beach Bar clock. And the Buckingham, the Butchers interchange bench will be worn out today. That bit of grass in front of it.
And here comes Tommy Gorder playing a terrific game at the moment. He's leading this side really, really well in the back line. He got a kick out to Skoda. Skoda gives it back to Gorder. Gorder, chip pass to Crane. He's like the Scarlet Pimpernel. He's everywhere. Gets the ball, ends up on the wing, taken by Jay Wright, who's presenting beautifully. He gets back off his mark quickly, looks for Chitty. Chitty can't take the mark, then the ball's taken away by Field. Gets it to Kai Wright. The Bulldogs have a chance to rebound. Gives it to Busher. He's tackled by Jay Wright. Ball comes back to Jamin King. Stands with the handball. Puts right under pressure. That's
well
Kai.
done, young man.
Gives it to Heisman. There's so many rights out there, Craney. I'm going left. Ball's picked up by Skoda. He's wrapped up.
Well, you can't go wrong, can you, Mac?
And there's going to be
How was the young
baller.
Kai Wright? He was under enormous pressure from Crane and managed to keep composed to get his handball across the top.
They're balling it up. 40 metres out from the Bulldogs' goal. And they've tied it up again. That was Heisman. Got a hold of Sawyer.
It's an intense game of footy.
Oh, no one can breathe. Up they go. One down there by Pridmore. Oh, Sawyer puts his head over it. Coming out, Skoda just thumps it forward.
Oh,
and a good, strong, contested mark by Will Pedley, if you don't mind. In he comes. Oh, very quick hands by Maguire after taking the mark. Puts a teammate under pressure, though, and he is absolutely nailed in the tackle, young Hall. Parsons picks it up, goes to the hot spot, big fly, no one can take the mark. There's Johnson a long way from home. Gets it back there to Gorda. Gorda goes one way, then the other. Sawyer, Heisman ends up with the footy. Over the back to Googe. He lines up, comes into the corridor. Johnson chops it off, takes the mark. Is it Johnson?
Galloway.
No, it was Hall. Galloway, sorry, I'll get it right soon. Crane, outside D50, takes the mark, has a chance to have a little bit of a look. Oh, goodness me, Hall and Lane, they work it out eventually. Hall, not the best kick either. Going down in the tackle was Scott. Ball spills free, Kai right over it. All players converge. It's out there on the far centre wing. They're going to ball it up for cashforcans.com.au.
This is going to be a test of your fitness and your mentality, isn't it?
Jeez.
For players to keep up this pace and this physicality.
Oh, I got jelly legs already just watching it. Here comes Field. Handballs to Creasy. Lane goes over him. Umpire lets it go, and they're going to ball it up.
It's not that water you're drinking there.
No, great. Oh, just for the centre for the Bulldogs. One down by Parsons. It eludes Field. It's taken there by Hall. Snaps it forward. Someone being held in the contest, and it's being held out of the contest, actually, and it's going to McKenna Taylor. He plays on immediately, but not from behind the mark.
Go back.
So, Taylor.
Good to see him back, isn't it?
Oh,
bit of time on the
he's such a smart player.
Bench.
Craney, smart player. So, he liked the corridor. He's got a player back there, and it's Crowley. He's just inside D50. He's got Jamin King wide. Puts it out to him now. Jeez. Jay Wright was closing. King good enough to take the mark. Beautiful. Sporting a beautiful mullet at left half back. He goes into the corridor to a one-on-one. Jack Wright gets a fist on it. Lane first to arrive. Can't pick it up. There's, excuse me, the footy's won there by Scott. Handballed it forward, but it was intercepted, and they're going to ball it up in the middle of the ground.
What the Tigers are doing pretty well, they're stopping that Bunbury release and that springboard over the back.
Yep. Parsons and Pedley, one down by Parsons. Oh, Lane went for a little bit of World Soccer Cup stuff as Pedley hacks it forward. Gets out the back to Johnson. If he can get there first, he's in the van. Can't quite gather it. Now he does. Oh, it leaves his player in his wake.
Jeez.
Slices up on the right boot. Is that a contender for the point of the day? I think it is.
Oh, he had Crane on the inside there too. A handball over the top.
Jeez,
would have made that an absolute certainty.
He did a lot of work, Craney, but I think he might have ended up drinking his own bathwater. It looked really special, didn't it?
Are you right there?
Yeah, I am. I'm just...
As long as you're all right. Yeah, a man on the inside, but if you think you can kick him, you kick him, don't you?
So Clark will be the man to kick it out of fullback. South Bunbury 44 to Bunbury 21 on the Harvey Norman Bunbury electrical scoreboard. 7.5 minutes to play on the Hungry Hollow clock, and this game is giving us everything. Straight down the corridor he goes. There's a hand in by Jace Cormack. Then he gets the ball off the deck, gives it to Pedley, who's standing still like a lighthouse. Back to Cormack, who's run on. Siska at 55 takes the mark, tries to spot up Maguire, who's absolutely mobbed. Here's that man, Aidan Clark, starting to raise his output. Gets it down the line, kicked it to a teammate in Heel. Heels at left half back. Goes into the corridor, risky. Taken there by Chitty. Handballs to Maguire. He's going to get pummeled by Field and does.
That's the second time poor old McCoy's been on the end of a pass where he had nowhere to go and got absolutely poleaxed.
I just love the way Field's being so aggressive at the ball and the man. Chitty takes the ball off the ruck knock. It's a sidewinder inside 50. Jay Wright does really, really well. Got it to a teammate there in Hall who copped a high hit. He's still fighting on Hall. Kai Wright goes in, wins the football, just forward to handball. Galloway pick it up. Busher brings him to ground. The tackling for Bunbury Mower Service is frenetic. They're going to ball it up just forward to centre for the Tigers.
Yeah, it is full on, all right. Hardly a minute to catch your breath.
Up they go, one down by Parsons, down to Field, who's having a field day. Just puts it in front of his forward. Coming at the footy was Jet Woods. Falls to ground. Siska gathers well off the deck. Gets it to Jack Wright. Here comes Rocco Versace, 150 games of experience. Puts it out to Maguire. Had his jumper pulled one way then the other. Oh, he did it so well. Working in a phone booth. Now he has a bounce. Left foot. Lane all on his Pat Malone. Plucks it. Plays on well done, Jamin King. Lane got a little bit too excited and McKenna Taylor has a footy. Fanballs forward.
There is a Bunbury Mower Service tackle.
Brilliant. Field has a footy again. Kicked it up the left half forward. The ball hits the deck. There's Galloway. Gets a handball away to Hall. Hall stops. Thought he had a Hall pass. Then he gives it out there conveniently to Sawyer. Battling on. Hall gets the ball again. Here's Crane. He's out in plenty of space. Gathers at a bounce. Inside 50. Short pass. Spotted up a teammate there beautifully in young Della Sale. And let's see if he can go back and slot a goal from the pocket.
I tell you what, it's not for the faint-hearted, is it?
No.
Just what players. That tackle down there from King was absolutely brutal on Lane.
Della Sale. He's 20 metres out, sends it on its one, his right boot, tight angle, doesn't make the distance. Lane goes up, running into an open goal is Jay Wright, and bangs it through for the Tigers. And it's a Tiger show at the moment, Craney.
Yeah, Jay Wright's second for the afternoon too, Mac. I like what Julian Burgess has done with his forward line. He's thrown that up in the air a little bit and given Blaine Johnson the right to run. And they're mixing and matching that, and that pushed Tyson Lane back to that forward line. He copped a pretty heavy knock, but he's up and about.
I'll tell you what, Craney, he'd like to have that moment again where he took that mark at 45 and then
Probably
he saw Johnson all on his own trying to do the team thing, but didn't see the bloke standing right in front of him.
And he was
Jamin King
still affecting him.
And Jamin King doesn't take many prisoners either. So 8-2-50 the Tigers to the Bulldogs 3-3-21 on the Harvey Norman Bunbury Electrical scoreboard, and 4 minutes to play out in this first half, Cranian, hasn't it been a belter?
Absolute ripper.
One down by Parsons. Googe can't take it cleanly. Converging on it is Chitty. Takes it clean. Comes out to the members' wing. Siska running back with the flight. Marks it and plays on immediately. Wastes no time. Coming out to meet the footy at centre half forward was South Bunbury and brought to ground, or holding the ball, poor old Scott. And it's going to be a free kick. Great tackle there going to Jackson Oliver.
Yeah, I tell you what,
a little bit going on here.
Siska did that well, didn't he, to keep control of that footy and take it over his head.
So Jackson Oliver with the footy. Taylor trying to trot off to get a disposal.
Where's the man on the mark?
It's Scott.
Right.
He comes down the line. Parsons just inside the line. Ball trickles over off hand according to the boundary umpire. And he did that with authority. He wasn't...
Today to Richie and all the crew up at the Hollow Beach Bar. And thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour, MGIB is there.
Bring you your words of wisdom every week, they do. Right here, right in front of the commentary box, the ball comes back into play. Ball's one down by Jay Wright. He's in everything at the moment. Crane gets a handball out looking for Scott. Can't get hold of it. Bulldogs busy at the coalface. Googe, Siska. Oh, he shakes him. Now Googe goes inside 50. Teeth a goal. Parsons.
Great grab.
Pure class, Craney. Pushed
Great
his
grab.
Man off at the last minute. And
CPI
that was
outdoor
Skoda.
centre, mark of the day contender without that. He is a class act, this young Parsons, isn't he?
Oh, you need someone to go to a new level. Your team's getting beaten. And this man, he's having a good game of footy.
Every time it goes in there and he's a one-on-one down there, he is always a chance.
So, not quite 45 degrees. He'll shoot from 20 metres out. And in he strolls. Goes off the right boot, lays back on it, pops it through. A badly needed goal for the Bulldogs. That puts them to 4-3-27 to South Bunbury, 8-2-50 on the Harvey Norman Bunbury Electrical scoreboard. 1.5 minutes left to play on the Hungry Hollow clock.
Yeah, pretty well worked by the Bulldogs all up. They're struggling to get their real free-flowing game going because of the pressure of the Tigers. But once it goes into one-on-one where you've got Woods and Parsons up there, they always look dangerous. And that one, young Baden Parsons, no mistake about that.
Absolutely. And a good steady at just before half-time. It puts them within 23 points. Up they go. For cashforcans.com.au, ball one down by Horsman. Crane having a terrific game. Hooks it inside to centre forward. Maguire brings the ball to ground. Chase Cormac picks it up, takes off, gives himself some space, leans back on a drop punt. Hayden Bush is there. Ball eludes him. Clark does well. That was real class. Gave it to Busher. He runs 5 steps and drives it down the line. No one can take the mark. Gorda battles for it. Cormac's there. Brings it to, the Bulldog to ground. And they're going to ball it up right here in the commentary wing.
Important 38 seconds.
Neither side would want to give up a goal here. Up they go. King and Wright. Comes to Chitty. Tried to get it to Cormac. Cormac gathers it. He's tackled. Gets a handball away. Umpire says no. It was incorrect disposal. And the ball's going to sit with Pridmore. Pridmore goes long inside 50. There's one Bulldog and about 45 Tigers. Ball comes out and Oliver knocks it over the line. They just converged on the ball drop there, didn't they, the Tigers? They weren't going to allow an easy mark.
And that is all she wrote at half-time here at Hands Oval in an absolute beauty of a derby. South Bunbury 8 goals 250, lead Bunbury 4 goals 327. We'll be back after the break with the Hollow Beach Bar half-time chat.
Yep.
All right, second half action's not very far away. South Bunbury 8 goals 250, lead Bunbury 4-3-27. I didn't see a lot to suggest that the breeze was a factor, Mac.
No, in the first quarter I thought it might have been, but certainly not in the second quarter. And if I'm looking at the trees now, there's a little bit of sway, but not enough to really talk about. So don't think it's like the cloud's getting a little bit thicker. It might be time during halfway through this quarter, or definitely the last, for those magnificent lights and hands to come on, Craney.
Umpire holds the ball aloft. This is SEN Spirit and Darren McDonald.
Up they go for cashforcans.com.au. One down by Jamin King. Then he gets it off the deck to Clark. Umpire says incorrect disposal, and the racehorse Goanna in Jace Cormac will take the free in the centre circle. Got a handball off to Gorda, who knew he was under pressure, and got it out to Galloway. Galloway to Lane on the leg, who couldn't take the mark. Was down below his knees. Spills out. Chitty making a contest. Maguire with him. Bunbury going hard. And what's the umpire said? They're going to ball it up in the left forward pocket for the Tigers. Getting up really gingerly is Zanuck, but he had nothing but eyes for the ball. One down there by Wright. He goes after again. This is Jay. Tackled by Field. What's the umpire say? He's going to ball it up. So 8-2-50.
Aidan Clark's gone straight back into the middle for Bunbury.
One down by Wright on this occasion. Tom Oliver just goes straight up the chimney. Brooke tries to punch it forward. We didn't mention him for a bit of firewood burning, Craney, but I reckon Rising Star for skillhire.com.au would have his name written all over it at this point.
Yeah, he's done all right, hasn't he?
Yeah. Up they go. One down by Wright. Scott just thumps it forward. Maguire goes to ground. It's just out the hot spot there for South Bunbury's goal. Ball comes back to Zanuck. He handballs out into space, and that's really good work there by Clark. Oh, great kick. Spots up Busher. Running by is Kai Wright. Hooks it back into the corridor. He finds Googe. Googe looking for someone to give it to. Straight to centre forward. No one. That was Jet Wood coming at it. Wasn't the best kick. It's tied up out there. It's still inside the centre square. Googe ends up with it from Bush's handball. Heisman. He's got Sawyer for company. Gets a boot on it up in the air. Jackson Oliver. Kai Wright. Left foot kick smothered. He goes after it again. Jackson Oliver is taken to ground. What's the umpire said? He said throw it in. 45 metres around from the Bulldogs' goal. So going to throw it in for cashforcans.com.au. Ball comes back into play. Bulldogs snap over the right shoulder, waiting back quarter, uncontested mark.
Gee, he does that well, doesn't he?
He does, Croney. He just sets up for it. He's read that book too many times, Ellen, not to know it back to front. Brings it out member side. Chitty in a bit of space.
Pretty handy kick too.
Yep. Chitty. Goes into the corridor, not the best kick, and going back with the flight, taking a wonderful juggle mark. It's Creasy. Creasy goes into the hot spot, looking for Parsons, taken out of it by Rocco Versace, roved by Heisman. His kick snapped over the shoulder, goes across the face.
Well, I thought that was going to stay into play.
Yeah, it was a good bit of play there by the Bulldogs. They just, once again, they didn't quite finish it off. So, looking at it now, nothing. Croney can't get the...
I'll go around the ground centre.
I'll sort it out for you in a minute, Alan. Off Horsman. Comes back out there to Bodie Nordell. Got it there to Chitty. Grubber out of defence. Attacked well by Denham King. Handball to Busher. Busher big up and under to the hot spot. Waiting out the back's Versace. Galloway needs to shepherd. He picks it up, gives it to Versace. Versace over the top. It's not the best handball. Oh, Cormac comes in, creates a contest,
he did that
then
well.
wins the football. How does he do it? He must have it on a string for it to just always go to him like that. But it's going to be a lasso, I think, Croney.
He was 4-on-1 then, Jace Cormac.
Lasso rule is cruel. Zanuck gets it to Clark. Umpire doesn't pay the mark. Said it was bum ball. They're going to ball it up at right half forward for the Bulldogs.
Young Brooker's right with him again. When they go to the middle, the South Bunbury lead their veterans in there. As soon as Aidan Clark comes out, Young Brooker's with him.
And Clark finding out that you never get a 50-50 call in front of the South Bunbury Socials. There's Jackson Clark. Cormac again gets a handball away, got rid of it in time. Tom Oliver, big smother by that rising star for skillhire.com. Brook again, he's outstanding, Alan. I've got a lot of time for this kid.
So far a peak performance for Solar Heart Southwest by the young man.
The brook is gurgling today. The bubbling brook.
And he doesn't mind it. I mean, he's getting a bit of attention from Bunbury and he's standing up.
Ball, gee, here comes Crane just to protect him. Ball comes in. Pedley holds his ground, wins it down. Picked up by Tom Oliver. Snap over the right short forward. Heisman holds ground. Once again, Sawyer with him. Comes back to Googe. Just chips it up to the hot spot. They fly.
How did he do that?
Oh, umpire said play on.
What? Oh, wow.
Did he know he's paid the mark? That was, Croney, that was a real, well, that would be one of the marks of the year, let alone the day for CPR
Centre mark of the day. Yeah. He come from absolutely nowhere there, Parsons, and just reached over the top of everyone.
Here we have a look at it again. Oh, beautiful mark to Baden Parsons. Looked better in real life than the replay. 45-degree angle.
Won't give it mark of the year just yet.
Right side for the left footer. And he's going to kick it from 40 metres. Deliberate approach. Blair Parsons gets into his jog, sends it on its way, brings it back around, and the Bulldogs get the first of the third quarter. 5-3-33, 8-2-50 on the Bunbury Mower Service and Preston Power Equipment Donnybrook scoreboard, and 19 minutes to go on the Hungry Hollow clock.
I say it every week, week in and week out. You can kick around the corners all you like. Baden Parsons did that absolutely superb. He set it out, and it just drifted back with the wind, went through half goal post. So superb for his third goal and the Bulldogs' fifth goal. And we are going to have a serious game on our hands because the Bulldogs aren't going to let this one go.
No, they aren't, Ellen. And
you're going to take us around the ground six to
Parsons has got his third goal for the day, and he is looking menacing as the ball goes back into the air for cashforcans.com.au. No clear disposal out of there. Now it is with Field. Field goes to centre forward, clears the pack. Here's that man, passes. Oh, sells Candy. Goes to ground, gets a handball up to Wood. Wood handballs out there to a teammate in Jackson Oliver. He looks up, spears it into Busher, hits him on the chest, and the Bulldogs are starting to bark.
They're lifting, aren't they? You can see all around the ground they're starting to get the control of the footy. And Busher having a shot for goal for Bunbury second within a minute, but gee, that was a nice bit of work by well, we know how classy they are with the team.
So Bush up, worse than 45. The angle favours the left foot, and he's going to shoot from about 40. In he comes, Hayden Busher, well-accredited WAFL footballer. Goes from 45, hangs it out. They've got the breeze worked out. It was exactly like Blair Parsons' kick, and they've got back-to-back goals here at Hands Oval. Don't go home just yet, Craney.
No, that was a carbon copy. You mentioned Blair Parsons, and I think you've got the civil hiring now. Scores around the ground, Mac. Took us a while. My phone is just gone.
Yeah, so Bustleton 12-17 and Collie 2-4. And the other game, it is Harvey 4-6 trailing Eton 16-17. So two lopsided affairs there. We got the good one here. And on the Bunbury Mower Service and Preston Power Equipment Donnybrook scoreboard at South Bunbury 8-2-50, leading Bunbury 6-3-39 as Will Pedley wins the knock for cashforcans.com.au. Ball taken by Taylor at centre half back for the Bulldogs. Brings it out. Jackson Oliver held without the footy. The Bulldogs are starting to gain their ascendancy and get their tails up. Comes out wide. Jamin King arms out, takes the mark, plays on Gorder if you don't mind. Floats it to centre half forward, but standing in front like the Rock of Gibraltar is Rocco Versace. Gets the handball to Gorder. Gorder finds Pedley, who pulled out of that one, and Oliver takes it. That was Jackson. Tackled as he tried to get rid of it. Crane picks up the crumb, gives it to Siska on the chest of Horsman, who took a great grab.
Forward.
Oh, coming through Cormac, just doing it his own way, taken high, holding the ball, the umpire said, and they let him know about it as they go by. Crowley, stab past to Clark in the centre circle, wheels around on his left foot, got a teammate out on that far wing in Taylor. Taylor goes into the pocket, over the head of Busher, waiting out the back Versace, just mongrels it out of defence. Scott gathers it extremely well, hit it at speed, goes over the back looking for Brook. Clark got a timely fist in. Bellini has the football now for Bunbury. Goes to centre half forward. That's a great kick and finds Creasy.
Bulldogs have found their run.
Have found their mojo. Left foot into the hot spot. Heisman on the chest. They had a plethora of options. And Heisman, who we know is such a good finisher, is going to go back almost dead in front and shoot from 40.
Yeah, they've got their run. Even that run off half back that was lacking in the first half by the Bunbury Footy Club, they've got that. I think Coach Troy Hollins for our Go West Tours coaching staff has said, boys, we need to open this game up and get a bit of our run and stun back. And that's what they have done. 3 goals in. Dylan Heisman pops it through.
Craney.
As easy as you like.
He's all class. They have got back-to-back-to-back goals, and it's back to a 5-point ball game as quick as that. You said it earlier, they can score quickly on the Bunbury Mower Service and Preston Power Equipment scoreboard in Donnybrook. It feels like we're deep in the last, but we've got 15 minutes to go on the Hungry Hollow clock in the third. So it is 5 points the diff in favour of the Tigers. They need to respond now.
Well, the Tigers have been thrown the challenge, they've been fantastic for the first half, and all the Bulldogs have lifted the ante. Will the Tigers follow suit? Horsman has gone forward for the Tigers. So has Maguire. Maguire's gone deep forward. Had struggled getting into the game, has Benny Maguire.
Up they go for cashforcans.com.au. One down by Pedley. Chidley taken high. Chidley taken high as he goes to gather the foot. He gets the handball off now to Galloway, who thumps it inside 50. Lane can't take the mark. So keeps his feet. Scott comes through. Great Scott. Got it to Maguire. Snaps over his shoulder. King waiting there. Just saves the day with a relieving mark. That's Denham King. Drives it out wide. Clark got into the back of Johnson. Johnson asks the question. Clark, meanwhile, goes after the ball with Cormac.
Well, I don't know about standing
and holding the ball.
I don't know about standing asking the question. You need to get after the footy.
Yeah, so it put Cormac under a bit of pressure, and Clark's ended up winning the footy. And his output in this third quarter has lifted Craney.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
And consequently, so has
McKenna
the Tigers
Taylor
as a whole.
coming to the Buckingham, which is interchange.
Oh, Lane's just intercepted the handball, gives it into the corridor. Maguire, who's absolutely made a meal of it. Ball still in play. It's with Pridmore of the Bulldogs out of the back pocket. Coming in, attacking the ball is Nordell. He keeps it in play, brings it into the corridor. Maguire, 40 metres out, dead in front of goal. Will go back and take a shot for a badly needed goal for the Tigers. It was a comedy of errors.
Well, I've never seen Benny Maguire do something like that. He should have had an easy goal. Lucky it turned around.
Oh, the Buckingham, the Butchers.
We just spoke about 5 minutes ago about playing the whistle. Well, the Bunbury player thought it was out on the outer side, but he didn't play the whistle.
Mate, they thought they were out on this side, Alan, and they had plenty of players, but a Buckingham, the Butchers, bucking big moment to Lane, who just forced the intercept. Maguire shoots on goal from 45 in the big left boot. Umpire does a bit of work, and it's only a behind. It's out to a 6-point lead. 12 minutes to go on the Hungry Hollow clock. Clark with the football at fullback.
Lights are on here at Hands
Lights
Oval.
are on. Light them up. Clark goes to the outer side. That's a penetrating left foot. Nordell goes back. Tom Oliver scoops it up. Takes it down the outer wing. Busher on his own.
You're right about Oliver. He's been very good.
Has plays on. Rocco Versace read it like a book. He's having a very good 150th, Rocco. Rocco plays on. Leaves Heisman in his wake. Moving in slow motion. Nothing to kick to. And as a consequence, Clark chips in. Takes an intercept mark. Goes into the corridor. Finds Gooch. He's having a pretty good day.
He has.
Gooch to centre forward. Busher can't take the mark. He's got Galloway for company. Taken by Jack Wright. Gives it to Horsman. Here's Crane. Crane on the outside of the right boot. Gets it to Maguire. Maguire on his thumping left. Tells Cormac to get and go. Cormac keeps his feet. He's dangerous in this position. Oh, gee.
Just couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, Pridmore was gone for all money. If Jace Cormac would have almost run into an open goal there.
Defender's nightmare, isn't it?
Yeah. Jace Cormac won out in the 50. Had it all to himself.
Thanks to SKG. Get your scans at SKG for your support.
I might need some heart scans after this, Craney. Ball comes into play. One down by Jamin King. Sean Crane roves it magnificently. Left foot into the corridor. Making a contest was Maguire. With him is Denham King. Trickles over the boundary line in the right forward pocket for the Tigers. 8-3-51 South Bunbury. Bunbury 7-3-45 on the Bunbury Mower Service and Preston Power Equipment Donnybrook scoreboard.
Looking for the Western All Pest Services best defender. There'll be a few to choose from there, Mac.
Jeez. It's been enormous. It's been a defensive game all round. Ball comes back in for cashforcans.com.au. It's one down by Jamin King, having an influence in there. Maguire throwing his weight around, laying a big tackle for Bunbury Mower Service. Now they're going to ball it up 40 metres dead, 35 metres dead in front. The Tigers' goal. They need a score, Craney. One down by Pedley. Then he roves it. Big up and under into the air. Going back with the flight. Cormac coming at it. Umpire says play on. Trickles over the line.
Gee, you might have wore one there. We're looking for best on ground too, thanks to Bunbury and Bustleton Battery World, Mac, where you get free battery fitting.
Free battery fitting. I need a battery. I don't need a jump start, but the way we're going, I'm going to need another battery. All right, Craney. Ball's going to come back into play. Stoppage in the middle, smacked off the ground. Jay Wright, sensational work, and I think he's got his second.
I think it's WA Carver Supermarket goal of the day contender.
He's got his third, Craney.
He hit that very, very well.
That's his third. If we have a look on the replay, Pedley and King.
Look at the pace he hit.
Pedley did well. Wright just bulldozed through Oliver and slammed it through. A much-needed goal, their first goal of the quarter. They've got it out to 12 points.
Lethal Lee's dad will be on the balcony out south thinking that was a pretty handy shot, young fella.
So Bunbury Mower Service and Preston Power Equipment scoreboard, Donnybrook, is 12 points in favour of the Tigers, who have just got a badly needed goal after 3 in a row from the Bulldogs. 8.5 minutes to go in this third quarter, Craney.
Gee, we've got it all in this game.
Mate, it is set up for an absolute belter, and we will have to strap ourselves in. Up they go for cashforcans.com.au. It's one down by Jamin King again. It's Shark by Chitty. And the umpire's going to ball it up just the commentary side of the centre circle. Up they go. One down by King again. He has a real go, Jamin King. He's got some real mongrel about him.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour, MGIB is there.
Up they go again. Pedley and King. King takes it. Tackled by Chitty.
Tell you what, the Bunbury Mower Service tackling, we're going to have to give it to 32 players, I think, Matt.
It's incredible, Craney. Up they go. One down by Pedley, growing with every minute that goes by in this game. Ball sits and pitches. Denham King does well, beats two, runs into the centre square. Beautiful pass out in front to Pridmore, who gathers it off the bounce. Couldn't quite mark it. Busher has it out on the wing. He's got a handball that he dishes away out there to Taylor. Taylor comes into the corridor, finds Jackson Oliver. So he's just inside the centre square far side. He's got Taylor out on that far wing, goes back to him. He in turn goes down the ground to Pridmore, who uncontested mark, and then Kai Wright. No one standing the mark, so he plays on, gets to 51, goes into the corridor or the hot spot, and Sawyer stands up and takes the defensive mark.
Good defender is Cole Sawyer.
Yep, reliable.
And takes a bit of he takes a bit of run off that half back line.
Gorda received the handball, brings it outside
kick.
50, and standing underneath it is Siska. Siska brings it up the wing and gets it to Crane. Crane takes a mark, handballs on immediately to Jack Wright, looking for someone to give it to, had to kick it, and as a consequence, it's an intercept by Tom Oliver. Drives it inside 50 for the Bulldogs. They stand underneath it. Heisman's there creating havoc. Coming through there beautifully was Skoda. Gave it to Horsman. Ball still in dispute. Rocco Versace throwing his weight around. Coming out of there was Wright. Got it to Jack Wright. To Pedley, they're using it well by hand. Siska, chip out to the skipper in Chitty. Chitty takes the mark at left half back.
I was just watching a bit of the test before I come in.
It's like a hot potato, Ellen. Chitty, left half back. He might just go straight down the line. Field, he said play on. He lets him come to him. That's strange. Right, that's Jack. And Luck's a fortune. He finds Skoda. Just there, it's a bit of a HBF handball, SKG radiology handball, but it's ended up with Jay Wright, who's playing the best game I've ever seen. Tumbles it inside 50. Cormac with class, just gathered at one grab, hits it to the hot spot. Nordal comes back with the flight, but there were too many Bulldogs there and a great mark taken by Denham King. Jeez, Cormac, he's so clean, isn't he?
You'd be nervous playing on him deep forward.
King. He gets it there to Kai Wright, who's had a pretty good game in his own right. All the rights are going well.
Yeah, Jay and Jack have done all right too.
Yeah. Two right. And then that ends up with
two
Parsons.
rights make a wrong.
Parsons has run on, received the handball, got it to field.
He's going to go again.
And then, he's missed it to Woods. Parsons is still there. Busher ploughs his way through. He's good at doing that. Picked up by Chitty. Field just pounces on Chitty, brings him to ground.
Be some tired players at the end of this.
Jeez, Crane, we've still got a quarter to go.
Yeah.
Feels like we've been going for a fortnight. 4.5 minutes to go in this third quarter for the Hungry Hollow clock. Chitty, Pedley won the ball and then got it. Creasy got it inside 50 for the Bulldogs, and there's a mark taken inside 50 for them, and it's going to Hill.
Very clever kick there by Creasy. He doesn't waste too many balls, does he?
No, he doesn't need too many disposals to hurt you.
coming off the Buckingham, the interchange bench.
Yep.
Jeez, there's a bit of movement going on down there, isn't there?
Yep. So Hill's going to go back. 45-degree angle, Craney. Right side for a right footer, and he'll kick it from 45.
Kalani Hill?
Achilles Hill.
He's a good little goal kicker, this young man.
Rightio. He lines up for goal. He just breaks through 50 now as he gets into his trot. Goes from 45. It's not going to make the distance. They fly. Ball hits the deck. Picked up there magnificently by Gilchrist, but it's wrapped up. Umpire says high, and Fraser Gilchrist is going to go back.
I reckon Jet Wood's going to get the kick.
He's already kicked one today.
Oh, he did that well too, Woods.
Yeah.
The umpire was trying to get him to come around. He was having none of it.
Yeah, he would pretend he wasn't looking at him.
He did that very well, the young man, in his 50th game.
Really tight angle, Craney. He's coming of age, this player. He'll kick it from 25 metres, and it favours the left foot. They've hung it out beautifully this quarter. He goes straight at the goals and goes straight across the face.
Gee, unusual for him. He's normally a very good kick of the footy. And he's just getting to know Jay Wright a little bit better.
Jay Wright. He has had an outstanding day at the office, Jay Wright. Both ends of the ground, in the ruck at times. Tommy Gorder, 57 plays 46 on the Bunbury Mower Service and Preston Power Equipment Donnybrook scoreboard. Gorder takes it to the outer side with a big drop punt. Crane. He's burning up some Giovanetti firewood himself, Ellen. Turned back the clock. He got it to Scott, who took the mark. He's at right half back. There's 2.5 minutes to go on the Hungry Hollow clock. Away he goes, plays on, big left foot, straight up in the air, gets to centre half forward. Big fly from Versace, couldn't take it. Ball taken by Clark, handball away. They're out of trouble for the time being. Right, that's Kai. Left foot, worm burner. Spotted up, Heel. Heel looking for someone to give it to. Crane had to get around him. Puts it into the pocket. Ball stays in play. Heisman, clever tap. Right, with the Boonana. Goes out on the full.
A too bendy Boonana, that one, Mac.
I thought it was going to go all the way, but...
It did, all the way out of bounds, on the full.
From that side, with the way that it sets up here, you've actually got to bring it out a fair bit, don't you? Ball comes into the corridor, and that finds Gorder. He's in the hot spot, if you like. Or it has to be a precision kick, and it is. It found Sawyer. Sawyer got it out to Galloway. Galloway at left half back, not the best kick. Oh, it's come off Jack Wright. Chitty comes at it, takes heel to the ground, and umpire's going to ball it up at right half forward for the Bulldogs. Some sort of game, Craney, going on here where it is 11 points in the Bulldogs'
Johnson's gone out a bit this quarter for the Tigers,
favour.
So he's just jumping himself back into that defensive unit. Oh,
Siska. They're all in there. There's Jet Woods. Couldn't quite get a clean handball away. Stacks on the mill. It's centre half forward for the Bulldogs, and they're going to ball it up again. The Bunbury Mower Service and Preston Power Equipment Donnybrook scoreboard is reading 11 points in favour of the Tigers. The Bulldogs have done all the scoring this quarter, however. Clark takes it at the stoppage. Somehow he gets it forward, standing underneath it and grabbing the ball. One grab, then being brought to ground there by Jay Wright.
30 seconds left on the Hollow Beach Bar clock. Mac, a very important 30 seconds.
One very Ginger Gilchrist getting up.
Ginger Gilchrist.
And then Pridmore tries to whack it through. High tackle there. And Johnson gets up to take the free kick. Like I said, Craney injecting himself into the game now. 16 seconds to go on the Hungry Hollow clock. They tick it down. He's just going to go whack. Sends it down the line. They stand underneath it, and a big mark to Lane, but that'll be all she wrote in the third quarter.
That is all she wrote, Mac. As you called, three-quarter time here at Hands Oval. South Bunbury 9 goals, 357. Bunbury 7-4-46. And we are set for an epic last corner. We'll be back after the break to see how it all pans out. In a quarter that's seen Bunbury bounce right back in, and then South Bunbury sort of kicked a couple of late ones to just keep that little lead, Mac, but Bunbury looked pretty good. The big news here, I suppose, for SKG Radiology is big Tyson Wood, the big ruckman for Bunbury, has his boots off on the interchange bench, so that would suggest he's not going to participate for the rest of the day.
Well, you would suggest, Craney, with them being 11 points down, that there's no way that they've put him on ice for the rest of the game to save him for a final next week, just to give him a bit of a rest. There would definitely be something up, and that is a big issue going into finals. That would explain why Jamin King went into the ruck for the second part of that third quarter, and he's actually been pretty good in there. He brings some real aggro.
Crane and Cormac, the two veterans, back in the middle, and Kev Chitty, they've had a big day at the office, them three veterans, and look, there's some class in that middle when you look at both these sides, isn't it?
Oh, geez, Crane, you can't even pick a winner at this point in time. Bunbury can score quick, but the grit that the Tigers have shown, and they've got their home crowd here, has just been a real credit to them. And like I say, reigning premiers, they love the derby. They've just kept the pressure up, and with the with the veterans working overtime. Young Brook done a great job on Clark today. Well, Clark had a good third quarter. And the ball goes into the air for cashforcans.com.au. One down by Jamin King, taken by Googe. Slammed down in a tackle there by Cormac, who's given as good as he's got today. Jeez, he's good.
Always drags the crowd, doesn't he?
Up they go. One down by Pedley. Spits out the back to Clark. Brook with him, lays on him. Umpire says high.
Brook's been with him for most of the day. Brook starts on this wing and then just moves in to pick up Clark.
Clark, you don't want to waste too much time. This clock doesn't, there's no time off. He goes out to the wing. He's got Denham King, who's been outstanding for the WA All-Best Defender of the Day, I reckon, Craney.
Yeah, he's won a couple of them awards every time we've done it.
And there we go. He's got Kai Wright at right half forward. He's telling him to come at him. Plays on now, goes on his favours left, straight into the hot spot. And getting back is Galloway, big fist, and gets it over the line. Right forward pocket for the Bulldogs. So the Tigers, it's going to take their best, Craney.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour. MGIB was there, and SKG Radiology. Get your scans.
One down there by Parsons. It goes over the line again. Busher was lurking. Ball eluded him. Just before that throw in for cashforcans.com.au, Craney, I was just going to say that it's going to take the Tigers' best, I reckon, to hold on here.
Yeah, they've been valiant all day, haven't they?
Absolutely. Ball comes down from Parsons. Jay Wright taps it out. Ends with Nordell. Nordell tried to get it to Maguire, but it ended with Tom Oliver. And a big mark to Busher. Big contested mark in the right forward pocket for the Tigers.
CPI Outdoor Centre Mark of the Day contender. Absolutely, Mackie just put his big arms up and was had a lot of attendance around him, but pulled one down. Push up.
So that's a real contender for that CPR Outdoor Centre Mark of the Day, and he's going to go on favours his left foot, really tight angle, but he'll only shoot from 20 metres. In he comes, goes on his right, stabs at it, and it's missed the whole darn lot. Craney?
Yeah, he didn't.
That's really not great for a player of his calibre.
Well, he had to work pretty hard to kick it there, I think, Mac.
Galloway, right next to the left point post. He brings it into play at left back pocket for the Tigers. Drives it out long the fast lane, the leaping lane.
That was set for him,
Came to ground. Taken there by Delasale. Got the Sale. Got it up to Chitty on the wing. Lane comes streaking by, and it's just not quite happening for Tyson Lane at the minute. He's in the right spots, but he hasn't got the sticky mitts going.
He can take a good grab, and he had it all set for him, and that would have been an absolute beauty. So
the ball to come back into play. Right over the far centre wing for cashforcans.com.au. In it comes. It's Pedley and Jamin King. One down by Jamin King. Big fist. It was like a periscope. Got it to Googe. The head over the footy. Denham King. He's wrapped up. Ben Maguire not letting him go anywhere. And he's had a pretty good game today as well, Maguire.
Our Go West Tours coaches would be on the edge of their seats as well.
Oh, would they? What? One down by King again. Laying all over. It's Pridmore. Umpire said he's taken high. And he's going to get up and get a wing. Get a kick just forward to centre on that far wing. Brings it in the middle to Oliver. Oliver runs straight down the corridor and pushes it to the teeth of goal. The plaque flies up. They come at it. Kai Wright with the Boonana. One behind.
It's a couple of Boonanas. Yeah. He's opening his own little grocery shop there.
He needs to learn to get a right foot, Craney. These left footers that don't kick on their right boot. It hurts.
It used to be a basic when we were coming through, wasn't it?
Yep.
Kick on both sides.
Yep.
But I'm watching even at AFL level, Mac.
Yeah, I know. I had to kick on both sides. I was too slow to go back the other way. Gorder. Out the far side, big kick. Balls with Hall. Handballs over the top. Googe brought down by Cormac.
She's been played on the Bulldogs' terms for the first
it
5 minutes.
It hasn't been past the centre line for the Tigers. It's 20 minutes to go on the Hungry Hollow clock, and it's 10 points the difference on the scoreboard here in hands. Coming through was Pedley. South get the ball forward, but it's taken by Tom Oliver, who's really pressing for a free battery fitting. Gets it into the middle of the ground to Borlini. Has a look up, sizes up his options. Woods on the lead in his 50th game.
Nice.
Takes a mark 50 metres out, dead in front of goal.
Nice lead. You were talking about the Bunbury and Bustleton World battery free fitting.
That's it.
Best on ground.
He's going well, Oliver. I reckon he's had plenty of footy out on that wing. Jet Woods, he'd love to drop this in from 55, dead in front in his 50th game to bring him back within 5 points, but he short passes it. He just loves to kill a headline. Gets it to Googe. Now, this man can kick it.
He's a clever player, though, Jet Woods.
Very clever and selfless, Craney.
Peak performance,
Selfless.
Solar Out Southwest.
So Bodie Nordell's on the mark. It's a 45-degree angle, right side for a left footer, and Googe will kick it from just inside the paint, you'd imagine. Stretching up the calves now, Craney, to give it everything he's got. In he comes. Gets inside the paint, fires from 47 metres. Across the face, one behind it. That important goal is eluding him, Craney, and it's a 9-point ball game on the scoreboard here at hands. 19 minutes to go on the Hungry Hollow clock.
Yeah, South Bunbury need to find a way to get it in out of this defensive unit.
Short pass there from Gorda, finds Galloway, his apprentice. Galloway runs it to D50 line and puts it out to that far wing. Kai Wright gathers the ball. Umpire's found a free kick. And Bodie Norwell, who's just struggled a bit today. Got the handball to Scott.
It's been under injury cloud as Bodie.
Got into all sorts of trouble. Got it to Maguire, gives it back to Nordell. Nordell, short pass.
The plus for Bodie is he's out there.
Scott. Yeah, Scott got it to Gorda. Gorda got it to Maguire. A little bit of space. Left foot into the pocket. Out on the full. Cormac had done everything right.
He's had one of those days, Maguire, where it hasn't quite worked for him.
No. So in the right back pocket for the Tigers. Ball's with Pridmore. Pridmore says he's going to go long. And that's exactly what he does. Down the outer side, it's a mongrel flower bag punt. But it works
grab
for Oliver. As I said, that battery fitting is looking good for him. Out they come. Right, did exceptionally well. Ends with Nordell. Got it to Versace. Versace further afield to Maguire. Short pass down the ground. Denham King. Oh, stays in play. Brook slips it up. Oh, umpire said it was out of bounds.
Gee, I thought they'd made a bit of a blunder there, the Bulldogs.
Goodness me. Goodness gracious me.
Don't forget, if Bunbury win this, they go to top spot on the ladder, get the week off. But if they lose, they'll be in the finals next week. And South Bunbury get the chance of a double chance if they take it off. A lot on these last 20 minutes of play, Mac.
I hope Tom Oliver's got a couple of cars because he might need a couple of free battery fittings from Bunbury, Battery World Bunbury.
And Bustleton.
As the ball scoots down the wing, here's Kai Wright. He's got Bodie Nordell for company. Does well, Bodie Nordell. The Viking gives it, don't argue. Then he's tackled. Goes at it again. Umpire says holding the ball. Kai Wright going all right. He's got the footy. High half forward. Comes back inside now. Left foot. Into the hot spot they go. Big fly from Parsons. Can't take the mark. Ball's picked up by Brook. Gets it to Crane. Crane goes back to Wright. He gives it to Brook.
Oh,
Brook
clever.
a slight little handball to Delasale. Ball taken by Wright. Gets it back there to Taylor. Taylor drives it back inside 50 for the Bulldogs.
McKenna Taylor, that was absolutely brilliant.
I lost it in my binocs, Craney. It's ended up outside over the far side with Aidan Clark.
Right in front of the scoreboard, but just the kick from McKenna Taylor and the poise. This will be a very good contender for a WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day. He is deep in that pocket.
Bring it back within a kick. It's the right side for a left footer, no daylight. Will kick it from 45. Runs around, favoured left foot, gives it everything he's got. Aidan Clark. There's his contender for the WA Carpet Supermarket goal of the day, and they rush him. And they've brought it back within a kick. It's Bunbury 8-6-54. South Bunbury 9-3-57. 15 and a half minutes to go on the Hungry Hollow clock.
I'll put that down as Gen X engineering teamwork from McKenna Taylor. He had the poise under a bit of pressure. That would have been a 50-metre kick that hit Aidan Clark, who snuck out into the pocket. Some would say a very, very difficult angle. he made it a very, very easy angle. That was superb.
And that took 9.5 minutes, Craney, to get the first goal of the last quarter.
It's all been Bunbury, though, in the first half of this quarter.
The pressure gauge is up. South Bunbury have been forward of centre twice in this quarter and only once inside their forward 50. If they get a quick response here after all that attacking being done by the Bulldogs, that will give them a help.
How much petrol have they still got in the tanks? The Tigers have thrown a fair bit at it.
3 points. They still lead by 3 points. 15 minutes to go. Free kick now. Some infringement. Was it a 6-6-6?
Not even quite sure what's happening there.
Yeah, Will Pedley. So good way to get a clearance. The ruckman acquitted himself reasonably well today when he's undersized. Waiting for the play to go on, and now the umpire says yes. Pedley looking for options. Bunbury is set up well behind the ball. Drops it straight down the corridor. King read it, takes the mark. No one contested with him. That was Denham King. Finds brother Jamin. Gets a handball off to Clark. He's really put the afterburners on. Gives it over the top to Jet Wood. Goes inside 50 now. Marking it at the top of the square. Really good mark there to Creasy. Plays on from 49. Hammers at home. The Bulldogs have hit the lead. You can hear the grandstand thundering. It's 3 points the difference in favour of the Bulldogs here. And 14 minutes to go on the Hungry Hollow clock.
Yeah, they've taken this last quarter by storm, the Bulldogs, and their big players, Mac. It's their big players are standing up. Aidan Clark's been a little bit quiet on his gauges all day, but this last quarter, boy, he's put something in. So the Bulldogs in front for the first time. Oh, no, it's the second time today because Heisman kicked the first goal in the first minutes of the game, and they've worked their way back in the front. The challenge is back on the Tigers now. They need to find a way of getting into their forward line to start with.
Oh, Pedley got it in there. No one went up with King.
Gee, Bulldogs having trouble with this 6-6-6.
What is going on? So up they go for cashforcans.com.au. It's one down by Jamin King. Clark takes it. He's mobbed. Umpire's going to ball it up right in the middle of the ground again. Pressure is right on. Have the Tigers got one last gasp in them, or do the Bulldogs run away with it from here and claim top spot? Ball's still in dispute after King won that knock. He's been amazing. He's been magnificent since he went into the ruck. Up they go. One down by Pedley this time. Googe nearly emerged with it, but then it fell out of his hands. Oh, rebounded off Maguire's shin. Pedley head over body. Crane got it out to Maguire. Maguire brings it outside, out wide. There's a foot race on. Here comes Johnson. Picks it up, has a bounce. Runs his full measure. Goes into the corridor. Asks Delasale to go in front of Oliver. He does gather it. Tackled without the footy. Lane's there for support. Can't pick it up. Lane head over the footy. Does pretty well. It's still in dispute in the pocket. Now Kai Wright has a big tackle from Nordal as he kicks it. Well done by Jet Woods. Couldn't quite take the mark. Pushed over then. Here's Chitty. Gets clear with a handball to Galloway. Galloway left foot pass. Finds Crane at the top of 50. Plays on. Spears it into the hot spot. Lane! Oh, wacko the diddly-ho.
Oh, Tyson Lane.
Well,
this is a pretty heavy kick for the young man, isn't it?
Chitty here in the replay. Held firm, shrugged off Jamin King. Galloway, a worm burner up to Crane. Once again playing on. Lane jumped. It's stuck, and that's a contender for the CP Outdoor Centre mark of the day. This is a vital shot on goal for South Bunbury. Dead in front. And he's kicked it behind from 40 metres out. That could be costly. 2 points of difference in favour of the Bulldogs. 11 minutes to go on the Hungry Hollow clock. This has been one for the ages as Taylor runs it out of full-back, gets around the man on the mark, and then goes almost to 50 and booms out a drop punt, and then Galloway takes a mark.
Buckingham, the Butchers interchange benches come to a bit of a halt. They've just got their best on. Those two coaches are just throwing their best out there.
Speaking of Buckingham, the Butchers' big bucking moments, Craney, that miss from Lane could be it. Pedley has the ball, gets a handball to Nordell. Nordell goes to the top of 50. Crane, push forward, right. That's Kai, gets it to King, who got it to Devon
they're on
King.
a roll here.
And now we've got Parsons out on the wing. He runs a few metres, then puts it inside 50, and Busher back over the back, takes the mark, all on his own.
Superb kick in, wasn't it?
Great transition.
Busher was running down into that open space. The kick had to be perfect. They had Sawyer and the other South Bunbury defender coming from each way, but the kick was absolutely spot on. This will make it very difficult for the Tigers.
Kai Wright has had some sort of second half, hasn't he? Held well early, but geez, he's been in everything and a real connector. Busher dead in front. He'll shoot this from 35 metres. Actually 40. Leans back on it. He makes no mistake. They get out to an 8-point lead, and the Bulldogs are barking here at Haynes. 9.5 minutes to go on the Hungry Hollow clock.
Yeah, they're heading towards top spot. You just get a bit of a feeling for that, don't you? That shot by Lane down there. Look, there's been a few shots missed throughout the day, but that one, when it turns around and the transition of play by the Bulldogs, that's what we've seen all year. That's what's made them such a good side. The kick in, I didn't see who did it. It might have been Parsons that kicked the ball in, but it was absolutely superb. The kick in from McKenna Taylor.
It was Parsons who kicked it in from the wing.
Yeah, absolutely. Dare I say it, centimetre perfect.
It was perfect because the South Bunbury defenders were trying to read the short kick in, and it went over the back. One down by King for cashforcans.com.au. Picked up by Cormac. Tumbles it forward. Siska can't take it. Nordell comes out to meet it. Taps it out to Siska. Picks it up cleanly. Then goes over the back to Lane. Lane gives off a quick handball to Brook. Brook goes into the pocket. Dalasale not paid the mark. The ball comes to ground. Scott's lurking. Umpire's going to ball it up. If they're going to be any chance, South, 8.5 minutes, they'd want to get a goal with this foray forward. That Hungry Hollow clock ticking down, Craney. It doesn't stop these days.
Just got a message from the general manager. Big crowd in today.
One down by Pedley. Crane tries to burrow his way through. Gets it out to Chitty. Strong head over the booty. Snaps it out into the pocket. Setting out after it is Johnson. He's got Crowley for company. Crowley wins the day and steps over the line. What's the umpire say? He's going to bring it in. Right, he's the game umpire right in front of the South Bunbury socials.
Oh, umpires having a bit of a conference.
Yeah,
no, it's throw it in.
Yep. Right forward pocket for the Tigers. 7 minutes and 50 seconds to tick down on the Hungry Hollow clock. And it's 8 points the difference in favour of the Bulldogs. Don't go away just yet. It's one. King wins a free kick in the ruck. Pedley claimed he was held out of it. That's Jamin King. Goes wide. Finds Kai Wright. Jeez, he's had a lot of the footy in this second half, Kai Wright. He's been enormous. On his left boot. Goes out to that wing. Heisman jumps at it. Big fist. He had Sawyer for company, and they'll throw it in. And as you know, once you get that 8-point lead, Craney, you get a ball over the fence. The clock doesn't stop ticking.
Well, that's what I don't like about it for either side, because now you're going to lose probably a minute or two here. It makes a big difference in a game of footy.
Imagine if it found its way underneath the grandstand over there.
Well, if I was Bunbury, I'd be doing that at every possible opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. You wear them down now. It's under 7 minutes to go. Almost 6.5. 8 points in favour of the Bulldogs. Pedley and King. Doesn't either ruckman win it. Galloway puts it out in front of Crane. Tried his heart out all day. Hits Dalasale on the chest. Really working hard, the youngster. He needs to find a teammate with this kick. Sells some candy. Runs around McKenna. Gets onto his right boot. Goes there to Johnson.
No, it's Tommy Gorder.
It's Gorder. Gorder's come up from full back.
Yeah, I was just watching him run through there. He thought, I'll go and have a crack at it. Bear in mind, he was the one that got ball to boot in the last year's grand final.
I know, to get the winning point after they had kicked 7 points in a row to win it. So Tommy Gorder, this angle's worse than 45 degrees, and he'll shoot from about 35 metres out, and it's a favour a right footer. In he comes. Goes off his left, goes directly at the goals. It holds up in the breeze. One behind, 7 points the difference. 5 minutes, 40 seconds to go on the Hungry Hollow clock. Bunbury have that lead. of 7 points. They bring it back into play via Taylor. Straight down the corridor they go. Well done by Googe. Takes on Versace. You don't do that to Rocco in his 150th. Paid advantage goes. Sawyer kicks it inside. Big mark. Oh, is that 50? Yes, it is. Gorda's getting much to the square and they're letting them know all about it. Crowley got a little bit over-enthusiastic and pushed Gorda. So he's got to run and he cannot kick it a million miles, Crane. He's just got to chip this. Smart. So they've got to get it back very, very quickly. It is now 1 point the difference in favour of the Bulldogs as South Bunbury get their first goal for the quarter. And it's kicked by the fullback, Tommy Gorda.
And once again, we've got a minute or so before we can get this ball back to the centre of the court. But what a game of footy, Mac. It's got everything, hasn't it? Down to the last roll. 1 point ball game. How would we go as a draw?
Every time, Craney, we come together when these two sides play, at the end of it, we say we've seen a derby for the ages. There's not enough ages for the amount of derbies for the ages these two play.
Oh, I take me out off to both these two sides. They have thrown everything at them.
4.5 minutes to play. The Bulldogs have the lead by a point. Both sides have been enormous today. Parsons takes it out of the ruck. Spirals it inside 50. Coming out on the lead is Fraser Gilchrist and taking the mark.
Gee, that was a centre break. The Tigers just could not afford to lose.
He'll take all his time and he'll kick it from just inside 50, dead in front. The horns are going, Craney. Everyone's going ballistic here. No one's quite sure, though, which way this game is going to go. Fraser Gilchrist. If they ever needed his sublime skills here and talent, it's right now.
And he's got it in abundance.
He has. In his steps, into his jog. Gets to 50 metres and unloads with a big drop punt. One behind. 2 points the difference in favour of the Bulldogs. Can they get the 11-point play? The Tigers. Gorda now. He's kicking goals. He's kicking them out.
There's only one way to go now, isn't there?
Yep. 3 minutes 18 left on the Hungry Hollow clock, and that's a flower bag. Pedley attacks it. Ball bounces over. Parsons drives it back inside 50. Woods back with the flight. Heisman off his right boot. Big up and under. Will he get the lucky bounce? It's out on the full. They get a reprieve, and Tommy Gorda would love that kick all again. That wasn't his best kick coming out of there before, Craney. It was the traditional flower bag.
Yeah, he tried to get the big torpy happening.
Here we go again. Crane putting in the lead.
Oh, there's 50.
Oh, 50 metres. What's that about?
That's a tough rule, that one, isn't it?
I don't know what's it about. Gorda plays on. He's got Sawyer on the outside, takes the mark, plays on immediately. He's got Lane in space. Lane takes the mark. What's he got when he looks up? He's on the grandstand wing. He's waiting. There's 2 minutes 23 on the clock. He drags off Busher, misses the handball. It's with Creasy. Creasy looks up. It's all Bulldogs in front of the ball. Heisman, he's got all class. Clark takes the mark at 25 and will go back and take minutes off the clock.
Gee, that was a big turnover by the Tigers, wasn't it?
Geez, Clark could have just waltzed into an open goal.
Yeah, but he did the wise thing. He's going to run this clock right down, does Aidan Clark. And the Bulldogs, I think they've done enough to finish on top spot here, Mac.
Yeah, they have.
Magnificent performance. What have we got? A minute left on the Hollow Beach Park clock.
Yep.
Even with the setup we've got when it goes back past.
And Clark's going to kick this as far as he can, Craney.
Absolutely, and I would too.
He's going to kick it from 25 metres. The angle is just shy of 45 degrees. It favours the right foot. He goes off his favoured left. And he has absolutely slammed that home for his second. And the Bulldogs will be victors today with a minute 20 left on the clock.
And it's been a big victory too by the Bulldogs, hasn't it?
Yep.
As they get around each other, and so they should. The Tigers have thrown everything but the kitchen sink at them this afternoon.
If we go around the grounds for Geograph Civil, Craney.
They're hiring now. What's happening around the grounds, Mac?
I'll just do a refresh. And we'll say that the Harvey Bulls 30 have been well beaten by Eton 113 and Bustleton a 59 point victory over the Collie Eagles down there at Sir Stuart Bovell Park. So it's looking now that Bunbury They've got the one-way ticket into the second semi. Bustleton will host the qualifying final against Donnybrook, and you will get an elimination final here.
Right here at Hands Oval.
Between South Bunbury and HBL as the ball's out on the far wing. There's not much time to go. 20 seconds. Kai Wright has a bounce and another. Runs to 70. Drives it inside 50. And it's fisted over there by Jack Wright. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And the Bulldogs are top of the ladder at the end of the home and away season, Alan. And we have once again played witness to one of the biggest games of the year.
Fantastic game of footy, Macca. Congratulations to the Bunbury Football Club. We'll finish on top of the Southwest Football League ladder and get the week off. We'll be back after the break to wrap it all up.